Slow-cooked comfort foods can often be packed with fat and calories. Joining us in the AM kitchen to share her nourishing and nutritious crock-pot recipes is Jennifer Sygo, registered dietitian at the Cleveland Clinic of Canada. Great to have you here, Jen.
Thanks for having me.
What are we making this morning?
We are making crock-pot recipes that are not pulled pork.
Exactly, because those are breakfast bars.
Breakfast bars and crock-pot.
How does that work in a crock-pot?
I didn't believe it either, but it is absolutely possible, and it is simple. People who know me know I like simple recipes.
Simple is good.
And this is exactly what we're making. So we're going to make a quinoa bar.
Okay.
And basically, all you're going to do is mix together a few very easy superfood type ingredients. So I'm starting off here, and I'm just going to mix together some almond butter and maple syrup, good old Canadian maple syrup.
Okay.
It'll be coming into season
Those are the only
soon.
two ingredients in there.
There's a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of salt, and that's it.
Okay.
Now I'm going to add some almond milk, cup of almond milk, and then I'm going to add some eggs. Now, what's nice about this bar is that once it's all set to go, you just put it on low for 4 hours and you're done. There's nothing more to do. So all these ingredients here that I'm using, I'm going to use some dried fruit and I'm going to use some nuts and some quinoa, obviously, if it's a quinoa bar, can be substituted. So I'm going to use some raisins right now, but you don't have to use raisins.
People can put in what they want.
I did it with cranberries. It was great.
I was about to say cranberry would be good with this.
These are dried apples.
What about chocolate?
You probably could. Why not?
What about a nice dark chocolate?
A nice dark chocolate, I think would be perfect.
I do too.
And then last but not least, I've got some chia seeds here. So now they do add a little bit of thickness, so you want to include the chia seeds. They almost act like an egg in a lot of recipes, and vegans will use them a lot as a vegan alternative to eggs. So we are all set here. All we have to do is pour this into the crock pot.
And you've got a kind of liner here.
I do. There's a parchment paper here, and this is just because this can be a little bit sticky, and you just want it to be able to pull out really nicely when you're all done. And that's it.
You put that in there 4 hours, you come back, and then you just cut them up.
Cut them up, and you can have them with some Greek yogurt or with an egg, and they can be to go or they can be a breakfast.
And I guess you could throw them in the fridge or freezer or whatever.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And here's the final product right
Love
here.
that. Love that. What are we doing here?
Okay, so I'm going to put you to work here.
Okay,
we are going to make
I'm ready to go.
A vegetarian curry with chickpeas.
Oh,
okay.
Yummy.
So I've got some turmeric already. And we've got some cauliflower, and you're just going to mix those up.
Okay.
And then we're going to add some Brussels sprouts and some sweet potatoes. I'll come on over here and I'll give you a hand.
Okay, in go the Brussels sprouts.
And in go some sweet potatoes, and just keep mixing. And then I'm going to add a couple more spices. So we've got some chili powder and some cumin, and these are going to smell so good. Just put those back.
I love how colorful it is too.
Oh, it's beautiful looking. The colors are so rich. And then we're going to add more color by putting in some red peppers.
And the turmeric smells so good.
And of course, you can't go wrong with onions. You need onions.
Okay.
All right, and then the final ingredient, of course, of the dry ingredients are chickpeas. Those are going to be our protein source. We can't forget that 2016 is the International Year of the Pulse.
Absolutely.
So we're working a lot with lentils and with chickpeas and so on.
And this is a great vegetarian option here.
I know, look at all the vegetables.
It's substantial.
And then finally our sauces. So this is just plain old tomato sauce, very simple. You can use low sodium if you like.
Okay.
And then a little bit of stock.
Is that chicken stock?
That is, you can use chicken or vegetable if you'd rather keep your dish vegetarian.
Okay.
And then last but not least, what do you think this is?
Is that yogurt?
This is coconut milk.
It's coconut milk.
That'll give it part of the curry
flavor. It looks so
flavor.
thick.
It's lovely.
Okay.
And now we've got all that mixed together.
All right.
We would add a little bit of salt and pepper, but otherwise, you have successfully made a curry. How long did that take?
Oh, about 30 seconds.
About 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And
this is why we like you. And I want to this is why we like you. It's quick, but it's good.
It's quick.
Okay, so this is the final product here. I just want to get this if we can get right there.
Yeah.
Look how good that is.
So
and you've got a pilaf happening here.
Yeah, so we use some quinoa, but of course you can use rice if you wish, or whatever grain of your choice. And of course the substitutions are pretty much endless. So I brought a variety of vegetables you could use instead. If you want to use parsnips, you can do that. If you want to add kale instead of Brussels sprouts, certainly feel free. It's basically different colored peppers.
And how long in the crock pot for this?
4 hours low, or 4 hours high, or 8 hours low. So in other words, you can go out for the day and come back and it'll be ready.
Okay, I so like this idea.
Isn't that great?
Really do. Oh yeah, nice to see you.
Do you want to try the bar?
I do want to try the bar. And as I try the bar, I'll say you'll find today's recipes on our website, canadaam.ctvnews.ca.